AB house really exemplifies how Office Midgie designs because it's looking at a distinct problem and viewing that in a different way. So the flood overlay, making the house being elevated up 1 metre, we looked at that very much from a structural perspective, and that steel perimeter frame, which the whole house hangs off, really exemplifies how we look at simple things that can be done in a different way. I'm Jimmy from Office Midgie.
And I'm Millie from Office Midgie, and we were the architects for AB House. The site is located in Barwon Heads on the Bellarine Peninsula, which is 1.5 hours southwest from Melbourne, and the site's roughly 500 metres from the Barwon River and 13th Beach. The brief from the clients was relatively loose. We have a close relationship with them, so there's a strong understanding between ourselves and them. And they basically said that they would like a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home. Privacy was important to them, as well as including a lot of natural light.
So because this is a holiday house, the clients are often here on their own. So we've separated the house into a front section, which is almost like a single apartment for the 2 clients to stay full time when they want. And then when they need visitors or want to have family over, we've allowed for the back 2 bedrooms to provide spaces to stay there. And that separation really allows for the clients to use this small section of the house efficiently, and then it can really open up.
The budget for this project was incredibly important to the client. So one way we dealt with that was by implementing very cost-effective materials from an exterior point of view. So the ground level is corrugated fiberglass and the upper level is a corrugated galvanized steel, which is much more sort of industrial materials than are commonly used down in the coast. And this also led us to be able to use a bit more richer, warmer materials internally.
So we looked at using a green to sort of highlight a little bit of this kitchen wall. All the grating on it from an exterior perspective is a green grating. And then we've also used green in some of the Pirelli rubber floor tiles in the back bathrooms and the laundry areas. And this really kind of creates a base sort of note to the house, which runs all the way through the front area to the back area.
The kitchen island was a unique component of the house where we have implemented hand-bathed stainless steel as well as hand-bathed aluminium. And then the aluminium is continued through the master ensuite as well as the bathrooms out the back and the powder room. Skylights have been designed in a way to accommodate the morning and afternoon sun. The eastern skylight is nice and large, allowing a lot of the morning light in, whereas the western skylight is quite narrow, allowing in a bit of light but not much of the heat load. The major challenges with this project would probably be due to the flooding overlay and the house having to be elevated off the ground by 1 metre, which led to obvious overlooking issues, which we had to deal with in the side fences, as well as being incredibly selective with where the windows were located and having screens on those windows that could operate to allow light in as well as screen off overlooking.
We had a unique kind of experience designing this project where I was in Chicago and Millie was in London. And we were designing this house, sort of one travelling to London and the other travelling to Chicago a few times. And it was so, in that way, it was kind of an amazing experience, and it actually bred a lot of trust within ourselves to be able to work together in long distance and then come home at the time that this started to be built and work on it together from that point onwards.